So how's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video to my channel. Today's video, guys, is going to be another transfer related video where today I'm going to be talking about the players that are linked to join Luton in the coming weeks, the players that have joined Luton recently, and the players that have left the club. And basically it's going to be a massive roundup of all the transfer news, which I have unfortunately been unable to provide you guys. Obviously the last video I did do was when Cauley Woodrow signed for Luton, and obviously Danny Hilton did leave the club on the same day, and since then a lot has happened. Today's going to be a massive update about all of the transfer news you guys need to know as Luton Town fans. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So to begin with, obviously since Cauley Woodrow signed and Danny Hilton left, there's been quite a few transfers. Those transfers being Matt Macy joining the club from Hibs for an undisclosed fee. Obviously he's a good goalkeeper, used to play for Luton, was on loan at Luton from Arsenal in the past, 27 years old. So we'll have to see how he adapts, either being Luton's new #1 keeper since James Shea's injury, or this other keeper that we have also signed could be competition. On top of that, we have also signed Luke Freeman. I believe he was a free agent as well. He did play for Sheffield United, was on loan at Millwall. The 30-year-old is a very experienced attacking midfielder. We also signed another Barnsley striker on top of Cauley Woodrow, and Carlton Morris, the 26-year-old. Number 14 for Barnsley. He scored a substantial amount of goals in the past few seasons for him. I think he scored 7 goals last season for him. He's a good striker. I believe he's 6'2", and he can play it on the left hand side as well. He is good friends with Cauley Woodrow. So they were partners last season before Barnsley did get relegated to League One. So he's another good striker who was speculated to be signed by Luton for £2 million. I don't think it was that much in the end, but we did spend a undisclosed fee on Carlton Morris in the end. Louis Watson was another player that we did sign from Derby. I believe, again, I think Derby released him and then we took advantage of that and signed the 21-year-old. He's a young midfielder. He looks very promising for the future, so I'm hoping Nathan Jones doesn't just put him into the second team and we actually give this lad a chance, because he looks like he's got the potential to be a very good midfielder for us. And then finally we signed Ethan Hovarth from Nottingham Forest on loan for the rest of the season. 27-year-old American international, could be very good for us. I mean, we've got him on loan, so we're going to have to take advantage of that as well, in the sense that we've only got him for this season, but by the looks of things he could be Jones's new #1 over Matt Macy, and Matt Macy may have to be a backup, because otherwise why would we loan in a keeper that we don't really need, since we have got Isted as well as backup. So that's pretty much all the signings that Luton have done recently. That's my quick roundup of them. Obviously when looking at all of them, if I had to sort of rate each one, Macy I'm not too keen on, just because he didn't do too well on loan with Luton last time. Obviously Luke Freeman's a great player to bring in. We were linked to sign him before, and I think he's going to be potentially a very good attacking player for us. Obviously that's if we can keep him fit. Carlton Morris could be a clinical striker for us, or an attacker for us, since he can play on the left, but I've got a bad feeling that he could be coming in to Luton's team, with the likelihood that another striker could be leaving, with the likes of maybe Adebayo, Musquet or Jerome leaving. I'm hoping Adebayo doesn't leave, but the other two, they can go for all I care, because I'm not too fond of them. Watson, I do believe, will be one for the future, and I feel like he's going to be like another Elliot Thorpe in a sense, where Jones will put him in that second team. But I'm hoping he does get first team football for Luton. And obviously Hovarth, with him being an American international and being an actual experienced championship keeper as well with Forest, I'm sure he'll be good for us. And apparently Forest fans have tipped him to be a very decent keeper, and without Samba they have said that he would be their #1. So that's pretty much the players that Luton have brought, and that's my quick sort of analysis of them. And overall I think so far we've done very good business. I mean, we still got to sign another centre back to replace Naismith, but I think once we've done that, I think we've done a decent amount of signings for this window, with 8 players being brought in. Obviously on top of the players we have brought in, a few players have left. I already talked about Hilton and Naismith leaving, but on top of that, I don't know if I previously said, but Elliot Lee is now a free agent after going on loan with Charlton last season from Luton. We have released him from the club, and obviously Peter Kioso has also gone to Rotherham on an undisclosed fee, another fellow championship club. I was kind of surprised by this, because I thought, again, with him being 22, could be a good one for the future for Luton, and I think a lot of other Luton fans were the same with me on this. But at the same time, he wasn't really going to get a chance of James Bree being a consistent fullback for Luton and being a very vital player to the team. Now to finish off this video, I'm going to talk about 2 players that are linked to join Luton. So to begin with, one player that was linked to join Luton was a Canadian striker who goes by the name of Aribim Pepple, I believe that's how you say his name. Another team that's interesting is Forest Green Rovers. He's only 19, he's actually the same age as me, and Luton are after him, with him scoring 6 goals in 7 games in the Canadian Premier League. At the end of the day, he's not an ideal striker that we probably should go for. I mean, since we signed Carlton Morris the other day, I think this guy would have been the backup if we couldn't have got that deal through, so he may not be tipped to join Luton. Now we've got a substantial amount of strikers at the club. This was one player that was linked to join Luton a few days ago. At the end of the day, him coming to the Championship, a very difficult and hard league at such a young age, may not be a good idea, but as someone did say to me the other day, for the future he could be good. So again, he could be a player like Thorpe and Watson, where he could be put into the youth development setup. So that's just one player that was linked to join us. Again, following the young theme, another player that looks to be a good signing for Luton that could be announced very soon is a midfielder that goes by the name of Matt Smith. He's currently at Arsenal, but he has been on loan at the likes of Charlton, Doncaster and Swindon. Millwall also interested in this young midfielder. I mean, he's only 21 years of age. He looks like he has a decent amount of potential, and with him being at Arsenal as well, he obviously was in that academy for, I believe, a long time, I think since he was 7 years old. So homegrown talent from Arsenal, and this is a permanent deal as well. It's not one of those loan deals like he's had at his previous clubs. So Jones looks to be interested in Matt Smith as well. So guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. Hope you have enjoyed. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded recently. I've been very busy with doing a lot of overtime at work, so I'm trying to save up at the moment since I'm going to uni in September. But I'm going to try and continue uploading for you guys and giving you as much Luton related content as I possibly can. But hopefully you guys now have a better understanding and knowledge of the players that have recently joined Luton, and also players that are potentially linked to join the club in the coming days. And I'm hoping that Jones can potentially sign another centre back and possibly a right back option as backup for Bree very soon. And I think once we do that, I'm very confident. I'm probably going to do championship predictions, but I think Luton could finish in the playoffs this season. But let me know in the comments below, guys, what you think about these signings and what you think about everything I've said in this video. And if you could as well, I'd like some recommendations in the comments below about what videos you guys would like to see. I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Come to you as peace.
Honey.